my family only loved me when I was useful. Now I've cut them off for good. I don't even know where to begin, but I need to get this out. I, 28F, have spent my entire life being the reliable one in my family, the one who sacrifices, the one who cleans up messes, the one who makes sure everyone else is okay while quietly falling apart inside. When I was a kid, I thought that made me special. I thought it meant I was loved. But now I see it for what it really was. I was just useful, a crutch, a safety net. And once I stopped being those things, I stopped being anything at all to them. Growing up, my parents always framed me as the responsible one. I was the oldest of three. And while my siblings got to be kids, I was more like a third parent. When my dad worked late and my mom was too tired, it was me making dinner, me helping with homework, me tucking them in at night. I can still remember being 12 years old, standing on a chair over the stove, cooking spaghetti so everyone would eat. At the time, I wore that responsibility like a badge of honor. Adults told me how mature I was, how selfless. Teachers would gush about how polite I was. My mom bragged to her friends that she never had to worry about me because I just handled things. But what no one realized is that kids don't want to be responsible. Kids want to be kids. And every time I watch my siblings laugh, play, get away with things, I wondered why I didn't get that freedom. Why I always had to be the one holding everything together. Fast forward to college, my family was struggling financially, and guess who they turned to? Me. I worked 2 jobs while trying to keep my grades up, sending money home for bills. My siblings partied through their late teens while I sent grocery money. When my dad's car broke down, it was my savings that covered the repairs. And each time I told myself it was okay because this is what family does. I wanted to believe that if the roles were reversed, they'd do the same for me. I needed to believe it, otherwise all those sacrifices meant nothing. But I see now that it was never about love. It was about convenience. The breaking point came last month. It was my 28th birthday. You'd think after everything I've done, I'd get at least a phone call, a text, something. Instead, I woke up to 3 money requests. My sister wanted help covering her rent. My brother needed emergency cash because he overspent on his weekend trip. And my mom, the woman who raised me, asked if I could pitch in for their vacation fund because you know you're the only reliable one. Not a single happy birthday. Not one. I sat there staring at my phone and something in me just broke. So I decided to test them. I told each of them the same thing, that I couldn't help this month, that I needed to focus on myself financially. The silence was immediate. No, that's okay. No, we understand. Just nothing. Days passed and my phone didn't light up once, not even to ask how I was. And then when they finally did respond, it wasn't concern. It wasn't kindness. It was anger, accusations. You've changed. Don't forget who raised you. Wow. Selfish much? Selfish. After years of putting them first, after emptying my bank account to make sure they had a roof over their heads, after giving up my 20s to solve problems they created, selfish, that word cut deeper than anything. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I blocked them, all of them, my mom, my siblings, even distant relatives who only ever reached out when they needed something. I packed up my apartment, took what little savings I had left, and moved to another city. I didn't tell them where. I didn't leave a note. I just vanished. And now, for the first time in my life, I'm free. But freedom doesn't feel how I thought it would. It's quiet, too quiet. No one calls, no one texts. I don't wake up to constant requests or guilt trips anymore. But I also don't wake up to anyone at all. And as much as I hated being used, at least back then I felt needed. Now, I don't know if I was ever truly loved. I grieve a family that maybe never really existed, or maybe they did, but only in my imagination. Here's the part that haunts me most. I don't know if they even noticed I left. For all I know, they're just scrambling to find someone else to leech off of, or maybe they're sitting around cursing my name for abandoning them. But what scares me most is that they don't miss me at all. Sometimes I think about unblocking my mom, about reaching out just to hear her voice. But then I remember the last thing she said to me. You know, you're the only reliable one. Not I love you, not thank you, just a reminder of my role, my purpose, and I can't go back to that. I won't. My family only loved me when I was useful. Now that I've stopped being their lifeline, I'm nothing to them. And though it hurts more than I can put into words, I'd rather be nothing to them than be everything at the cost of myself. For the first time, I'm choosing me.